I will quickly brief the scene, then I will come to my approach. Guy in a blazer is a detective and he comes to question Payal, a girl, in relation to the death of her college buddy that has happened just the previous night. At the same time, detective is already going through his own conflict of divorce and his wife is already connected in this case, because of which he gets more and more concerned with the abstract angle of the boy's death. On the other hand, the girl is one of the research partner with the boy who had died the previous night and they were also in love. The subject of research was the existence of souls, spirit and consciousness of the human brain. There were moments of emotional high and low throughout the scene. All the characters and the death are mysterious and dark to the detective at the moment. Thus, the whole scene has a classic mood of being dark and mysterious with a subtext of complexity of human brain and consciousness. The entire set was built through a wooden frame with textured jute instead of wood. The challenge was to light up the set. I couldn't do the lighting from the top because there was no catwalk. The wall had no strength as it was jute finished, so I was unable to fix the light on the wall as well as top. The demand of the scene was to shoot with contrast light, so I decided to go with the practical light. I was shooting on Red Dragon with ultra prime lenses. As per color concerned, I kept everything in warm zone to justify the incident that happened last night. And as per the camera movement concerned, I tried for conventional approach. When she approaches to hold the candle, I kept one T2 for her face light. When the girl went to the room to connect the soul, the ambience was created through the practical only. And on the top of character, there was 50-watt bulb to create ambience in the foreground. The moment she lighted up the candle, I kept one T2 on the same angle and dimmer got operated to simulate the candle. I think I achieved almost what I had planned for. In the second scene, this scene is set in a very cold and pensive mode, where both detective and one of the suspect is broken mentally. Both of them connect without talking, where the music plays the role of each character's psyche. Also, detective has to intervene in the victim's world for the very first time without her permission, as she has fallen sick. Detective tries to decode every language in her space without disturbing her. That's why I kept it in cooler zone and color scheme was between olive green to grey. The atmosphere of scene was a bit cold because girl was going through the trauma of boyfriend's death. Since detective entered the first time in her private room without her consent, so I thought the camera should witness the detective activity. That's why camera was continuously following the detectives with very few cuts. As for lighting concern, there was no extra light rather than the practical and lampshade. For close-up in beginning, I kept a sky panel to create contrast. Otherwise, it was totally lit by practical. I wanted to keep this scene one stop under. I hope I have achieved almost what I had planned for.